Hosea chapter 4. God accuses Israel. Hear the word of the Lord, O people of Israel. For the Lord has an indictment against the inhabitants of the land. There is no faithfulness or loyalty, and no knowledge of God in the land. Swearing, lying, and murder, and stealing and adultery break out. Bloodshed follows bloodshed. Therefore the land mourns, and all who live in it languish. Together with the wild animals and the birds of the air, even the fish of the sea are perishing. Yet let no one condemn, and let none accuse, for with you is my contention, O priest. You shall stumble by day, the prophet also shall stumble with you by night, and I will destroy your mother. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I reject you from being a priest to me. And since you have forgotten the law of your God, I also will forget your children. The more they increased, the more they sinned against me. They changed their glory into shame. They feed on the sin of my people. They are greedy for their iniquity. And it shall be like people, like priests. I will punish them for their ways, and repay them for their deeds. They shall eat, but not be satisfied. They shall play the war, but not multiply, because they have forsaken the Lord, to devote themselves to whoredom. The idolatry of Israel. Wine and new wine take away the understanding. My people consult a piece of wood, and their divining rod gives them oracles. For a spirit of whoredom has led them astray, and they have played the war, forsaking their God. They sacrifice on the tops of the mountains, and make offerings upon the hills, under oak, poplar, and terebinth, because their shade is good. Therefore your daughters play the war, and your daughters-in-law commit adultery. I will not punish your daughters when they play the war, nor your daughters-in-law when they commit adultery. For the men themselves go aside with wars, and sacrifice with temple prostitutes. Thus a people without understanding comes to ruin. Though you play the war, O Israel, do not let Judah become guilty. Do not enter into Gilgal, or go up to Bethaven, and do not swear, as the Lord lives. Like a stubborn heifer. Israel is stubborn. Can the Lord not feed them like a lamb in a broad pasture? Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. When their drinking is ended, they indulge in sexual orgies. They love lewdness more than their glory. A wind has wrapped them in its wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their altars.